For warnings told him he would die. He ignored every single one. And Rome corrected him. To understand Caesar's mistake, you need to understand his rise. In 58 BC, Caesar goes to Gaul, modern France, and conquers the entire region. He kills over 1 million people and enslaves 1 million more. He becomes incredibly popular with the Roman people and his soldiers. Rome's Senate gets nervous. They order him to disband his army and return to Rome. Caesar refuses. In 49 BC, he crosses the Rubicon River with his army, an act of war against Rome itself. Civil war erupts. Caesar wins. He becomes dictator. By 44 BC, Caesar controls everything. The military loves him. The people worship him. He has absolute power. So what went wrong? Here's Caesar's fatal mistake. He thought he was untouchable. Let's look at what happened in the days before his assassination. Warning 1. A soothsayer tells him, beware the Ides of March. March 15th. Caesar laughs it off. Warning 2. His wife Calpurnia has a nightmare about his death. She begs him not to go to the Senate that day. He ignores her. Warning 3. Multiple senators warn him there's a conspiracy. He dismisses it. Warning 4. On the morning of March 15th, someone hands him a note listing all the conspirators and their plan. Caesar doesn't read it. For warnings, he ignored them all. Why? Because Caesar suffered from what psychologists call success disease. He'd won so many battles, survived so many dangers, that he believed nothing could kill him. But here's the deeper mistake. Caesar's real mistake wasn't ignoring warnings. It was disrespecting 500 years of Roman tradition. Rome hated kings. The entire republic was founded on the idea of no kings. That's why they had two consuls who shared power, elections, and the Senate. But Caesar started acting like a king. He put his face on coins, unheard of for a living Roman. He wore a purple toga, royal color. He sat on a golden throne in the Senate. He accepted the title dictator for life. Rumors spread that he wanted to be crowned king. For men like Brutus and Cassius, Romans who believed in the Republic, this was unacceptable. They didn't kill Caesar because they hated him. They killed him because they thought he was destroying Rome. Marcus Brutus was Caesar's close friend, maybe even his illegitimate son. Caesar trusted him completely. That's why Caesar's last words, "Et tu, Brute," and you, Brutus, was so painful. His friend betrayed him. March 15th, the Ides of March. Caesar enters the theater of Pompey, where the Senate is meeting. His bodyguards are not allowed inside. He's immediately surrounded by senators. It looks like they're presenting petitions. Then Julius Caesar grabs Caesar's toga, the signal. The knives come out. Casca strikes first, a glancing blow to the shoulder. Caesar fights back with his stylus, writing pen, stabbing one senator in the arm. But there are too many. Over 60 conspirators, though only about 23 actually stab him. When Caesar sees Brutus with a knife, he stops fighting. He pulls his toga over his head, a Roman gesture of accepting death with dignity. He falls at the base of Pompey's statue. Ironic, since Pompey was his greatest enemy, whom he defeated in the Civil War. Julius Caesar, the man who conquered Gaul and became master of Rome, dies on the Senate floor, stabbed by his own friends. The conspirators thought killing Caesar would save the Republic. They were wrong. Caesar's death triggered another civil war. His adopted heir, Octavian, later Augustus, hunted down every conspirator. Brutus and Cassius committed suicide. The Republic died anyway. Octavian became Rome's first emperor, exactly what the conspirators tried to prevent. Caesar's mistake wasn't just ignoring warnings. It was believing that his genius and accomplishments put him above Roman tradition and the concerns of the Senate. Here's the lesson. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. Ignore enough warnings, disrespect enough people, and eventually, someone will stop you. Caesar crossed the Rubicon and won, but he couldn't cross the Senate floor and survive. Power without wisdom is a death sentence. If you want to see another leader who made a similar mistake, check out our YouTube channel video on Napoleon's Hitler invasion of Russia and the others.